Hi Stylists! Welcome to another Infinity Nikki video. You may have noticed something new down in the corner. I have made myself a little avatar. So yeah, I thought I would add her in. She it's definitely a work in progress. I'm quite a smiley person, and it doesn't really know what to do that. So if her face does anything weird, it's because it can't cope with the fact that I'm smiling. Case in point. Today's video, I'm going to do another end of season review. I quite enjoyed doing a season wrap up last season, so I think it's something I'm going to do going forwards. I'll go over what my positives and negatives of the season have been, and then I'll kind of give it an overall score. I don't know how accurate the scoring is, because every season, like every time we get something new, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, well, that was actually really good. Maybe. So they're not like comparative to each other. With this being a review, essentially what I'm covering is kind of the feedback I give in the surveys. I would definitely recommend that you do the surveys when Infold sends them out. I have seen some changes that have come in as part of the feedback, so they're definitely worth doing. And you get some diamonds as a reward, so there is an incentive. So let's start with the positives for this season. I think overall the vibe is top notch. I'm a big fan of all of the cutesy pink theme with all the desserts. It's just been so sugary sweet. I loved it. And the music, 10 out of 10 this season. I have loved the soundtrack for this season. Very, very good. The whole area that they added in, I know this is just based on the story, but this fits the story really well, and it's just so fun. I know it is an overlay, and I get the feeling it's gonna go when the season ends, which will be a shame. I'm not sure how it will work for people playing the story after this season, so maybe it won't go. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I have really loved this area. It's just so cute. It's so cute. Oh, I love it. And all the mini games that were added as part of this season, they say that they are a limited time. So like making the giant slushies and doing the... where is it? Doing the hole in the wall event over here. So this one, the slushy, the special slide one, and then the color match game. I believe they're all limited time. They've all been such a hoot, and I am sad that they are only limited time, because that color match game I could do all day long. Along with the comment on the music and the general atmosphere, Sugarbloom Isle dungeon, fantastic. If you've watched my playthrough of this season, you will know just how much I enjoyed playing through this. Obviously the soundtrack is out now, wherever you stream your music. And you just know I put that on as soon as that album dropped. Also the fact that each area has its own like separate sound. Amazing. Just the art style of this whole, like this land. Like, I love that donut, look at that. Just, yeah, the art style of this dungeon is beautiful. The attention to detail the fact that there is the jelly jiggles, crazy. It just, everything looks good enough to eat, and that is a sign of good art, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, this is not my first time back in here. I have been into this dungeon many times already. It's just really fun. I just like coming into this area. I mean, case in point. Look at this. Look how cool this is. This is so cool. I love it so much. I'm assuming this is going to be permanent. This isn't going anywhere. I hope it's not. I really hope it's not limited time. Surely not. They wouldn't have put this much effort in for this to be limited time. There's no way. There's no way. It needs to be here forever. If not, we revolt, okay? If I had to give a rating based on that dungeon alone, it would be 100 out of 10. That's how much I love that dungeon. So good. I always thought, like, when we first got this area, I always thought that this dining hall, there was going to be something else in it. It just felt like that, you know, I just got the vibe. I was like, something's going to go into here. It's not going to be just a space that you can go into and there'll be nothing in there. You know? So another kind of semi-positive is that they've tried something new in the shop this season. So rather than a purchase pathway, there are bonus items that you can get for buying these packs. I would say this does seem a little bit more expensive way of doing it, but it means that to get the gift 2, you would need to buy the $1.99 and the $4.99 pack. To get gift 3, you'd need to buy the $4.99 and the $6.99. So it definitely would add up if you wanted to get all of these. That's the same with the purchase pathway. I think there was a little bit of confusion as to how this worked. I don't think it was the most clear graphic. But it's nice that they tried something new, you know? And they also have given away some additional items if you've bought any of the other packs this season, so it's good. There's been a lot of reruns, which is nice. The 2 4-star banner reruns were the ones that I really wanted, so I was very happy about that. And I know this outfit is quite popular, so that was nice that this is rerun. I did some shopping this season as well and purchased this outfit, and I think it is brilliant. I had a lot of fun styling this. I did put up a short for how I styled this outfit, because I was having a great time playing around with all the pieces. I would say a negative of the shop this season, there wasn't a lot of new stuff. If you get me, obviously there was the whole purchase pathway, or purchase. Oh, there's not really a pathway, is it? Purchase scheme. The bundle purchases. There was this new cloak, which, although it's a lot of fun, $2.40 Stellarite just seemed like a lot for me personally, so I did not purchase it. I did get the Celestial Rainbows rings and nails because, of course, they were diamonds. They were super cute. Annoyingly, they don't go into the ring category. They go into the glove category. Take that what you will. I don't see why these are gloves. These should be rings. There's basically a ring on nearly every finger, so why wouldn't this be the ring category? Riddle me this. Honestly, why is this gloves? This is not going to overlap that much with gloves, so you can't say, oh, maybe it's so that it doesn't overlap. This should have been rings. You and I both know this should have been rings. Just saying. So that is a negative. Cute as they are, they're in the wrong category. Okay. I said my piece. And lastly, another big positive for me, surprisingly, was the construction ability upgrade. The fact that we can now build around Itzaland. I had so much fun doing this. I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting to like this because I hadn't really done any of the building on my home lot. So I was genuinely surprised that I enjoyed this. I actually had so much fun that it made me go back to my home lot and start building on my home lot. I know, shocker. I literally wiped my home lot, like I flattened the whole lot and then started building on it, which I was not expecting from me. I'm not a builder, it's not my preferred thing to do in games. But yeah, I had a great time. I really loved coming back every day and checking in on my fruit stand. Juice shop? Juice shop, it's not a fruit stand. Checking on my juice shop and checking on the baths and just seeing how everyone's getting on. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Which was a complete curveball. I was not expecting that at all. So yeah, definitely a curveball I was not expecting. I was not expecting to enjoy this. It's kind of like when we had the behemoth raising. I thought I was going to enjoy that, and then I found it a bit repetitive. Whereas I haven't really found this repetitive. You can kind of come to this area, check in with them for like 5-10 minutes, and then be on your way. It doesn't take very long. And then if you want to just like spend some time building, you can. It's great. Love it. In terms of banners this season, we did get 2 4-star reruns at the beginning of the season. As I mentioned earlier, we got the Verdant Melodies and Adventure Ride banners. Verdant Melodies was the top of my rerun wish list, so I was super pleased that reran, and I instantly went and pulled on that banner. Adventure Ride was one that I liked the look of, but I wasn't sure if I was going to pull on it. But you know what? I have had 0 regrets. The fact that the motorcycle as a whimsicality is super useful, and I use it all the time to get around Wishfield and Itzaland. It's so much fun. I'm really enjoying it. I even ride it around my home lot just to get around there quicker. So, very pleased with those reruns that they picked for this season. It was nice that Adventure Ride obviously is a mount, and they added that in, considering that the main 5-star is a mount for this season. So that was nice. I liked that they did that. Kudos to the team that was picking reruns this season. Unfortunately for me, the rest of the banners kind of fall into the like negatives for this season. I think the mount, like for the main 5-star banner, it just kind of missed the mark for me this season. As much as having the unicorn would have been super handy, I wasn't the biggest fan of this outfit. She is cute, she's pink, it's just a bit too much sparkle for me. I think I didn't really like the breakdown. Like, the halo was unnecessary. I kind of know why they did the spoon, but again, a little bit unnecessary. I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I do think she's really cute. I didn't have the diamonds, and I wasn't gonna attempt to get this full banner knowing that I wasn't gonna have enough. So I wasn't gonna risk it, you know? I would not have had enough to complete the banner. So it was a skip for me. As adorably cute as she is, we don't need this. I think also the 4-star isn't my personal taste. I think they tried to explain it in the quest as to why this is the outfit. It just felt a little bit out of place considering the season. I like that they've tried to put something different so that it's not for people who don't like pink and sparkly. There was another option, but I think people who don't like pink and sparkly would have been happy to skip this season and just wait for the next spooky season, which, as we all know, is coming up next season. Yeah, I just think there was some weak points to this. Like, this is kind of off center. The color on the what I'm assuming is meant to be shoe pastry doesn't look right when you're out in the world. Yeah, it's just not my personal taste. And as I always say, that's fine. It's not every banner has to be for every person. Yeah, the colors were off. And if this is all pink, but it just now it feels washed out, you know? I can't put my finger on what's wrong with this outfit. I think there's good bits and bad bits, and I think it's not for me. It's just not for me. It was never meant to be for me, and it isn't. Yeah, it's just not my banner. Which is great. Honestly. Oh, not the yellow. Always with the yellow. It's good that it's not my banner. You know, I needed to save diamonds. I wanted to skip this season. And Enfold went, okay, this banner's not for you. The 5-star rerun for this season, Into the Illusion, is a fantastic banner. It's just not one that was on my list, so that was a nice skip for me. The 2 new 4-stars, I would say they're both cute outfits. They just didn't really catch my attention as much as I thought they would. I don't know. You know how I feel about asymmetric, like unnecessary addition of asymmetric pieces. You know, it bothers me. Also, I've got hair with braids in it, so I don't know. I just didn't need it. As much as I thought these horns were going to be a must-have for me, turns out I was wrong. And this is very cute. Again, it was just a skip for me. I was able to skip a lot this season, which is good, because I am trying to save up for 2.5. I know 2.4 is coming in, like, what, 2 days? From the previews of that, I think that might be a skip as well. But I am desperately trying to save up for 2.5, because mid-version? It's not mid-season, is it? But you know what I mean. It's the 2.5, halfway through the year, halfway through the version 2. I got high hopes for version 2.5, so what I want now is I want them to rerun this Momo cloak here. I didn't buy it at the time because I was free to play, and now I have so many regrets. So yeah, I don't have any like strong feelings on the banners. They were just not my banners. They were a skip. Hence I didn't do a banner review. I was like, I'm not going to go in and praise or slate this banner. It is what it is. It's just not for me. As much as I wanted the unicorn mount, I got the motorbike instead. On that note, talking about the unicorn, that was a big negative for me. Was during the story, we didn't get to try the 5-star. We got to try the 4-star, but we didn't get to try the 5-star outfit. And it seems to be now that you get at least a chance to try it on. Even if you don't get to use the ability, you get to put the outfit on and maybe take a picture. For the last few seasons, you've been able to try both the 4 and the 5. We didn't get to try the 5-star this season, which seems a shame. Like, I don't know whether that was a choice because they didn't want it to glitch, because I did see some people saying it was glitchy when it first came out. Yeah, maybe it was to avoid it being glitchy. I don't know. But I think maybe that would have given people more of an incentive to pull on the banner if they had the chance to try out the unicorn mount. Maybe it just wasn't feasible. Maybe it wasn't like something that they were able to put in, which I understand. That it was quite a complex ability to add into the game, I'm guessing. So, but it was a shame. I would have liked to have tried it at least. Another negative for me this season, I don't want to be too critical, but I just don't think the Starlit shop was very good this season. We got 2 tops, 2 socks, and 2 gloves. And a handheld, and obviously some poses, but we normally get poses. The handheld, super cute. Did love that, fit the theme. I'm not really sure what was going on with these other pieces. You know? The fact that both tops were brown, and then because they are these 3 stars or 4 stars? Either way, the dye selection for these was not good. There was no pink. Like, on a very pink season, there was no way to dye these a nice pink and blue. So I was disappointed with these. I thought they were going to be really usable and be able to dye them and style them. But the dye selection was poor, and so I did not use them at all. I just think it was a shame. There was no need for both tops to be brown. I think they do go a different colour if you glow them up, but honestly, I wasn't going to waste my resource to glow these up, considering I wasn't able to dye them. I just didn't see the point. And then we got more socks. More. Do we need more socks? I don't think anyone needs any more socks. And I guess the gloves, you know, they matched these, but it wasn't a full outfit. A top and socks and gloves, you're kind of missing a key component to that, you know? You're walking around without any bottoms on, you're going to get some funny looks, honestly. So I just think it was a little weak this season, if you ask me. And I love the Starlit shop. They put out some really good stuff in the Starlit shop. Some of my favourite pieces are from the Starlit shop, so that's why I was sad. I always look forward to this. This is the Bite of Summer handheld was the only thing I liked from the Starlit shop this season. So yeah, this season, for me, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. I think on my list I had like 6 big positives and only 3 small negatives. So the scale has definitely been in the favour for this season. I didn't have any lag issues. Everything loaded in. Obviously, my computer is struggling a little bit with trying to run my recording whilst I'm in this area, but that's a PC problem, not a game problem. So I think if I had to give it this season a score out of 10, like I said, I think Sugarbloom Isle is 100 out of 10 just by itself. That for me really boosted this season. Like, I don't normally like the dungeons. I'll do them as part of the story, like if I have to, but I won't go back in there by choice. Whereas, like I said, I've been back into Sugarbloom Isle several times already and played the whole thing from start to finish several times just because it's so much fun. It's such a vibe. I love it. It's great. Big fan. So I think that has definitely boosted this season for me. So I think my final score for this season would be 9 out of 10. I do feel a little bit bad giving this a higher score than last season, but we're not comparing. I'm not going to compare. This is a rating based solely on this season alone, not comparing it to other seasons. 9 out of 10. The only reason I marked it down is because I didn't pull on the main banner. Actually, I didn't pull on any of the banners from this season. So that kind of marks it down for me. I don't think the banners are the epitome of a season. I think they are very important for a season. But for me, what's more important is the gameplay, the quests, the vibe. Like, if you didn't have the banners, if they never existed, would you still have a good time? That is what's more important for me. I'm a quester. I like playing the quests. That's my favourite part. You know, the banners are super important and great fun, but like pulling on the banners is like 20 minutes to half an hour of fun. The quests, you know, if you've watched this season's video, it's like 3 hours of fun. So yeah, good season, big fan, absolutely here for the music, the vibes. So yeah, don't forget to do your surveys, let Infold know your feedback, it's helpful for them. It's our like one way, it's one of the good ways to communicate with them, other than I guess commenting on stuff, but it's more constructive, I think, if you do the surveys. Otherwise you're just like a comment in a sea of comments. Do your surveys and you get something back for it. What have been your highlights of this season? Has there been any particular standout moments for you? Let me know in the comments below. If you like these review videos, giving it a like lets me know and I will make more of them. And if you subscribe, then they'll be in your subscriptions list. Right, so I'm probably going to go back into Sugarbloom Isle, just in case it does disappear. I really hope it doesn't. We don't have long to wait for the next update. 2.4 is on the way very soon. I hope you are having a lovely week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!